Brian, it was a tough loss on Saturday. Almost able to pull it out towards the end with those two touchdowns, the onside kick, all of that. Even with all the extenuating circumstances surrounding the game, weather, other things, penalties, how were you all able to keep that mindset and keep in the game and almost tie it up and take it to OT?
We're a very resilient team. These guys don't have any quit in them. We've been coached that way. That's never been part of the plan is give up. So really it just comes down to you either have that in you or you don't. We're definitely not going to give up. That's for sure. So we tried to do everything we could, to put ourselves in a position to win that game towards the end. Obviously it didn't go the way that we wanted it to throughout the beginning of the game, but we just have to shake back and look on to the next week. It's like Coach Prado just said. Whether you win or lose, you still have to play a game next Saturday. So we're just trying to move on and do the best that we can come Saturday.
Even that onside kick, that was, even he was saying when they're expecting it, the percentages are low. You get it and still got it, almost got it a second time too. What went right on that onside kick? How often do you see him out there practicing that, or what was your read on that play?
Yeah, everybody did their job, like Coach Prado said. Everybody, the guys that were supposed to block their guys blocked them, and then the people who were supposed to loop around and go get the ball did that. And obviously Mason Shipley had a really good kick. So I think we practice it every week, and everybody executed their job well.
Going up against this Arkansas State offense, led by a very talented quarterback in Jalen Rayner, just what are you going to be expected from this Arkansas State offense?
Right. Yeah, he's a young guy. He's good though. You can't rule him out just because he's a freshman. They like to throw the ball around. He can scramble a little bit. They have a decent O line. They're gonna try to throw the ball a little more than they're gonna run it, but. At the end of the day, it really matters what we do, and we've already proven to ourselves as a defense, if everybody does their job and we play at a high level, there's really no one that can beat us. And when we do lose, I'd say that it's safe to say that we beat ourselves. So, they're a good team. We're going to show up, we're going to respect our opponent for sure, like we do every week, and really just prepare the best that we can.
Jalen Rayner, another mobile quarterback that can really take off when he's running. Just again, what are the challenges of playing against mobile quarterbacks like that?
Right. Yeah. You have to, whenever you're dropping back in pass coverage, you have to be ready for him to pull the ball and run. So I think one of the biggest things, is we're taught to drop with our eyes on the quarterback. So when we're dropping back, we're making sure that he's not trying to leave and get out of the pocket. So. Yeah, but you just have to – everybody has to be that much more sharp throughout the week, and you have to be that much more attention to detail, so everybody has to do their job at a high level.
You had the last year playing Arkansas State last year. What makes Arkansas State such a tough opponent to play?
They're a good football team. They have good coaches. They have a good unit over there. They're in the Sun Belt Conference. There's some good teams in the Sun Belt Conference. They get some pretty good recruits. So, like I said, we're gonna definitely respect them. But I think at the end of the day, it depends on what we do.
So, not having Tory for the rest of the season, how has that affected the defense as a whole?
Yeah, it definitely hurts. Tory's a guy. He's a really big asset for us, and it's not ideal whatsoever. But the next man up mentality. It's a game of injuries. I think everybody knows that. You never know when the next guy's gonna have to step up and fill that role at a high level. So, and the guys have obviously done that. But yeah, no, it definitely hurt losing Tory.
How were you guys able to stay resilient and be able to be a high caliber defense in the SBS conference?
Yeah, man, I give it up to our coaches. We have really good coaches. They motivate us a lot. They really they stay on our butt, every day about, doing the little things right, and just, they know how to win for sure. So, yeah, we're just trying to do everything we can as a team, and really just play together.
Thank you.
I was a little taller, So you're coming up on your final two games, or three, I should say, postseason. Long collegiate career for you. Started at Kilgore, SMU, Texas State. I believe the 7th year for you.
6 year.
6 years.
Yes,
6
sir.
year. Thank you. When you think about your career, your collegiate career, and senior day is going to be coming up next week. what are some of the emotions that you feel, and finally that whole journey and getting to this year where you're the focal point of the defense for the most part, in the middle of the defense at that linebacker position, to get to this point? What are the emotions you're feeling, or just thinking about the whole situation? How do you feel?
Yeah, really, I'm just trying to live in the moment and really just enjoy these last, this last little stretch. Honestly, it feels about right. My 6th year of college football. It's I'm glad that I was able to come here and do it with this group of guys and with these coaches. I think that's a big thing for me. I feel really grateful to be in this position and really have a chance to end on a strong note towards the end of my career. So I'm really just trying to focus on the moment, and just week to week, control what I can control, but yeah, it's been a really good ride. I'm very grateful for all the opportunity I've had throughout my career.
What's next for Brian Holloway when the season ends? What's on the horizon for you?
Yeah, I want to go pro. I'm gonna start training, and see where that takes me, But yeah, it's kind of hard to say really because there's a lot of uncertainty. But hopefully, go play some pro football.
With that being said, sorry, the last 2 games coming up on the season. What obviously you want some wins, but what's it going to take to get there and get over that hump after this loss to finish the season strong?
Right. Every loss we've had this year, we've come back the next week and we've had a really good game. I think you guys are really good at clearing it. We know we're a good team. We're 6-4 right now. We're bowl eligible, first time in Texas State history. So, we know we have a good team. Guys, it's not ideal to lose games, but it's really about how you bounce back. Like we have to play another game Saturday. You can't be hung up on a loss. So, I think we have a really resilient group of guys. They're just tough dudes that want to win football games, and we know we're confident in ourselves. We know we can win. We know we have the coaches and the personnel to do it. So, I'd say that we have to stick to the plan and just trust each other and don't fall apart when adversity strikes.
Even though everyone wants to go to the pros, we've also seen like a couple of Bobcat players, make it in the XFL, USFL, being able to translate that into the pro. Like, how good does it make you feel there? Like, even if you don't make it to there's still like an outlet, like in the USFL and XFL, that allows you to have another path to get to the pro level.
Right. Yeah. It makes me feel good. I mean, I feel like I have a lot more to give the game. So, I'm definitely going to keep my options open. I'm not going to, I'm just going to do what I can do, and just take it one step at a time, really. But yeah, I'm glad that there's more than just one option when it comes to that.